ourselves a spirit seed from a birdhouse run, and I'm going to go ahead and trade this in with Jane because it actually gives you a tier 5 seed pack, which should have 9 rolls in it. So let's hand this in and see what seeds we can get. Ooh, a palm tree seed. They are semi-rare, and I will be needing them for hard contracts, so I'll be keeping that, thank you very much. Not exactly my favourite thing to do, but I am going to be trying to do some LMS in a very budget setup because I am terrible at this and have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Also, I can't commentate over these, but I want to get myself some LMS points while Deadman mode is active because I believe it's a lot worse players on LMS right now. So, just going to try and abuse that. Alright, so I'm recording this in post. This is a voiceover of this clip, and I'm only using this clip because it's the one that I forgot to turn off the recording, I guess. I was so focused on actually playing LMS that I didn't end the recording. But I do want to make this mention to say I have reached a new level of hatred for this minigame. In this first clip, and in the clip that you're going to see next, I wasn't having too much of a bad time. I guess I started off pretty well, but as we go further through the LMS, I guess, rounds, it just gets progressively worse. I get really, really frustrated. I don't enjoy doing PvP in RuneScape. Everything bar PvP is something that can appeal to me, but PvP is just not one of them, and yet I need looting bags to play the UIM playstyle. So LMS is the only option as a skiller, and I guess I subjected myself to that, but to give you guys some sort of context as to how bad this went, I smashed my mouse. Now, this might sound like a normal occurrence, but I'm not really a very angry person. Yes, I've had the moments where I've sort of smashed my desk, but I'm not going to lie to you guys, I do exaggerate that a bit for humor and content in the videos. But this was a genuine response, a genuine angry response of me just being so frustrated at the minigame. And it's not even like anything that's wrong with the minigame, it's just quite simply, I'm not very good at PvP. And this isn't something you can grind if you're not good at it, because if you don't get a kill, you don't get any points. So essentially, I spent hours here trying to get a single kill just to suck up 2 points so I can buy some looting bags. It is not my idea of a fun time. And the fact that people have considered that I should do this on other accounts to get myself a rune pouch, I don't know about that, Chief. Probably not going to invest my time into that, because just getting 13 points in this session, or actually technically 11 because I already had 2 points, just getting 11 points in this session, I nearly broke more things. It just occurred to me for the majority of that fight, I wasn't even potted. This is how bad I am at PvP. Also commentated at the same time, but if we get points, we get points. I also got the kill, somehow. So yeah, these people must be really bad if I can forget to pot and still manage to do this. Alright, well that's going to be all of LMS done for the day. We gained ourselves 11 points. We have a total of 13. That should do us for now. We'll be able to buy ourselves 13 looting bags over the course of however long it takes me to buy them. And we'll be able to use them for more seeds from Master Farmer and for the birdhouses. So that's pretty good. Right, well we have been stealing from the Master Farmer for quite a while now. And if I pickpocket one more time, we're going to have ourselves the 25,000 pickpocket. I don't know, I think it's actually more than that because RuneLite doesn't, for some reason, doesn't track it when it goes into your seed box. So I've done over 25,000 pickpockets of the Master Farmer, and I'm sure many of you are interested in seeing what we have. So I'm going to go over here to the inventory, and this is what we got here. And of course we do have stuff in the seed box, so these are what we have in the inventory. If I check the seed box, you'll see here's the seeds in here. We've got 130 Toadflax, 176 Ranart, 56 Avanto, loads of Snape, watermelons, and nearly 600 limpworts. And we also have a looting bag full of seeds. So if we open up the looting bag, you're going to see, check here, that is our bag full of seeds. So basically a lot of these seeds in here are either tree seeds or maybe seeds that I might need for medium contracts, because of course I can get a hard contract that I can't do because White Lilies is completely off limits. I cannot get the seeds. I'd have to kill Hespori, and I'm pretty sure that's not even possible as a skiller. I don't even think there's like a cheese way of doing it, but I'm not even going to attempt it anyway. We've also got 52 Belladonna seeds, which is something that was really important as well. So yeah, basically, these are all the seeds we collected up. Should be plenty. I do only have one magic seed, and I've got the one redwood seed, which is currently planted, so I'm kind of hoping I don't get too many of that. I am going to be doing birdhouse runs in the meantime as well, and hopefully that should cover the rest of our seeds. Moving onwards from this, though, we are going to need to put everything in the def storage. And the way I'm planning to do this, well, first of all, I'm actually just going to go and store the stuff that's on me in the POH, because we won't be needing that as much. Well, we won't be needing it really at all for what we're doing. There's a slight chance, maybe, that I have to pickpocket the Master Farmer to get some of the... Where am I going, actually? To get some of the, like, really low tier seeds if I have to drop down to an easy contract, which is unlikely given the fact that the medium contracts I have every seed for, apart from the White Lilies. And I don't think you can get back-to-back contracts, so I don't think I can go from White Lily to White Lily. I'm not entirely sure. It may be the case. But if it works like Slayer, then you cannot get repeated contracts back to back, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. But if really needs to come to it, then I can always come back to the POH and get my stuff back. So I'm going to head over to the Farming Guild. We should be completely set up now. We need to make sure that we can carry everything in our invent in one go, because of course I need to def storage, and you can only do that once per inventory. So let's open up this. Okay, we do actually have a U tree ready there as well, which would be really nice if that's one of our first contracts. Guess I just take. Did that take everything, or have we still got stuff in there? We still have 2 items in there. That is not too big of a deal. Of course, I can just equip. So yeah, not a big issue actually. We can just equip this. Honestly, I'm just going to get rid of this Guthix Rest. I'm also going to get rid of these energy potions because I've been holding on to them for ages and I just never use them. So I don't even know why I have them. I guess just because I like hoarding things. And also there's some more space. So yeah, we've got a chunk of extra room as well. So the way I'm going to be doing these contracts, I know this has been a long clip, but the way I'm going to do these contracts is basically I'm just going to take the seeds out when I need them. I'm going to have everything stored in here. And then I'm going to go back and forth between here and Poly, which is where I'm going to be training agility. And the reason I wanted to do Poly instead of, like, Sears is because Sears is a lot more annoying to get to, whereas I can use this cape and go straight to Poly, and that's a super convenient way to go back and forth and, you know, do the farming contracts as well as do agility. Obviously, like I said, Sears is in the middle of nowhere for me, so that's kind of annoying. So I'm going to sort out this entire invent, and by that I basically mean I'm just going to def storage and everything's going to be in there. And then once I'm set up, I will update you on where we are next. It's going to be a lot of farming contracts, hopefully a lot of herb seeds obtained. We already have a big chunk, so can't complain so far, but we can always have more. For now, this is going to be a really nice item to have to save myself some inventory space. You're also probably wondering why I've got a farming cape on me, and the reason for that is because it actually increases the yield of herbs, I believe, by 10%. So we're going to be using this when we do a herb contract. I've got one planted here. Not even sure what it is. I think it's Aventode, which I can't even get on hard contracts, but that's what we will use for that. And I've also got myself a water skin. I'm pretty sure the teleport point when you teleport to Poly isn't in the desert, but just in case, because the desert heat can hit 10, I'm going to be def storaged. It is not worth the risk. I'm going to have a water skin just to give myself that peace of mind. It's 1 inventory space for a massive amount of reassurance, so I am so happy to have that. I'm not worried about the inventory space at all. We've still got the extra 6 anyway if we decide to clog up stuff. But I'm going to go ahead now and def storage, and we should be all ready for the contract. This is our stash for now. I did go ahead and store most of the money in the coffers. I left 25k so that I could unlock it. But all the rest of my money is in Clan Wars at the moment. I just figured I'd save an extra inventory space because we're probably not going to need that. And if we do, I could take it out and put it back in with ease. I mean, I could have done that anyway. But with all that said, we've got ourselves seed box, which we're going to be putting seeds in as and when we need to. We've got the herb sack for what I explained earlier. The water skin is going to be obviously for the desert. We've got the dragon axe so I can continue to do birdhouse runs. I'll be chopping redwoods as I have been already, and we'll be getting ourselves some tree seeds from that. They will accumulate, but hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. But we're going to go ahead and use our first contract. We're going to take... Oh, we have a maple tree contract. Maybe I should have checked this before I got started. I am going to grow a maple tree. I mean, we've got the seeds in here, which have quite a few maple seeds, actually. I think the reason I didn't do this before is because I didn't want to waste the yew tree. So it's just occurred to me in... Well, I say brief editing, I was just checking the clips. I'm trying a new style of recording out, and I think I've accidentally cut off part of the clips. So I'm going to have in the video whatever I managed to record, and I apologize for the bits I cut off. But hopefully this doesn't happen too much in the future. I'm also heading back here because I realized that unless I want to chop down my own trees, I'm going to need money. So yeah, we're going to take out a mill, and I'll get back to the farming guild. Just a quick voiceover for this clip because I'm so glad I had this new recording thing on. Basically, it records the last minute of whatever I was doing, so I managed to catch this level on video. We got ourselves 91 woodcutting while getting some redwoods ready for birdhouse runs, and I wasn't paying any attention at all. As you can see, I instantly skipped the message. But there you go, there's 91 woodcutting on the skiller. Okay, a few clips that are voiced over, I'm voicing them over at different times, so I might end up repeating myself, but I'm going to put this clip in just to say that I very nearly wiped Solus Rane, and basically everything in the dev storage would have gone. I was doing agility in Poly, and I was sort of like reclined in my chair, the screen was a little bit further away from me, and suddenly I saw hit splats on me. And I was very confused because there's nothing that should be attacking me. Until I realised the boss from the feud quest respawned because I never finished it. So where you start the agility, he respawned and was attacking me. And I panicked and just teleported to my house on 1 hit point. Had I have stood there for any longer, I would have wiped. So you know what? Screw this. We are going to Sears. There's nothing that's going to kill me there, right? Thank you very much, Sears, for 76 agility, without the fear of having a heart attack. Oh, that is the maple tree growing. Let's go ahead and check the health, and that'll complete ourselves our first farming contract. Let's see what we get from our next one. Guildmaster Jane, please give me another contract. Can we have a hard one, please? Be something doable. Potato cacti. I actually already have that grown. Nice. Quickly tick off that contract. Let's go ahead and hand that one in and get ourselves another one. Another contract, please. We are going to get ourselves another hard one. What are you going to give to us today, Jane? Ah, the white lilies. I was dreading this. Yeah, these have to be skipped because I cannot get white lily seeds, which absolutely sucks. So we're going to move this down to a medium contract, and hopefully it'll be something simple. Cadentine, that is perfect. We can go ahead and get ourselves some cadentines out of the dev storage, and we'll be easily able to grow them. So let's get that done. Big, juicy yew tree farming XP, and no pet. Scam game. I just completed an elite task in the Corendon Kebos area on a level 3. It's not useful though. Still pretty neat. Still getting Hespori seeds from seed packs. What a waste of a drop. Apparently turn them off with Arno, it doesn't affect them. That's annoying. Another agility level coming in, 77. 78 agility! Meep meep! So, Mr. Genius over here decided to store some seed packs in the dev storage so that I could take them out if I needed them. And it turns out that they get destroyed. Always. Well, say goodbye to 9 seed packs. Rip. So, I just wanted to throw this quick clip in here. If anyone is deciding to do what I'm doing, where I'm doing birdhouse runs for the tree seeds for contracts, and the only thing you want from these is seeds, here's a little tip for you. If you only have 2 inventory spaces, when you disassemble the birdhouse like this, it's always going to give you the clockwork and the best nest, in quotes, that it can give you. Now, each birdhouse can only give you a maximum of 1 nest with a seed, and it will always give you that nest if you get one. If you don't get one, of course, it will just give you the next best thing, which is usually like an empty nest or maybe a nest with an egg in it. I think it deprioritizes the ones with rings in, but if you watch here, I'll get a clockwork and I'll get either a nest with a seed in it or just a plain nest, and that means that I didn't get a nest with a seed in it. There we go, we've got a plain nest. Just to prove my point here, I'm just going to quickly drop these. We're going to pick up these bird's nest here. Empty, empty. I'm going to double check there's no more. And as you can see, no more nests. So I didn't get a seed nest on that one, but as you saw with the previous one, it did give me the one with the nest. I can go over there quickly and check, and we'll just double check because there are some bird's nests here as well. Let's make sure that these don't have any seeds in. There we go, there's a ring nest, empty nest, ring nest. Drop these so I can pick up the last one. I mean, I can see it's empty, but I'm just going to do this anyway. And there you go, empty nest. So when I did this birdhouse, which I'm pretty sure I put the seeds in, I can't remember. Yeah, when I did this birdhouse originally, as you saw, I got myself a seed nest, which it prioritizes. I don't know if this is like quite coded into the game or if it's just been complete coincidence for me, but I've been doing birdhouse runs for ages now, only looking for seeds, and I've noticed this every single time without fail. So what it basically does is it means that I have less things to drop, because if I only ever have 2 inventory spaces, I don't have to drop all the ring nests and the empty nests. Of course, I did this time because I was demonstrating it on a video, but in general, I can just get myself the seeds nests and do this, and that is actually a very nice haul indeed. These are seeds that I need. Normally I'm getting like willows and acorns, but I will happily take the yew seeds and the maple seeds. We are stacking up nicely. One seed that I'm finding very hard to obtain is the redwood seed, which is understandable. It is one of the least common seeds to get, but I'm getting the contract more than I'm getting the seeds, so I'm having to skip it occasionally, which is kind of annoying. I'd really rather not skip them, especially because that is a tier 5 contract, and of course they give the best seed packs. Anyway, with that demonstration out of the way, I'm going to head back to agility. We've got 123k until 80. We'll be working towards that, and then we'll be able to move to the Releka course, which is going to be a lot nicer because I can teleport straight there with the construction cape, as opposed to Sears, which requires a little bit of running.